Time to do it again. First edition, game 7. And the first round categories are Zoology, 19th Century U.S., The Brothers Grimm, Mottos, Highways and Byways, and On the Beach. Breeds of these include Arabian and Percheron. Wit's gonna kill me if she watches this. In his portrait in the Kansas Capitol, this abolitionist holds both a Bible and a gun. Found in the Amazon basin, it's the longest of all snakes. What's the boa constrictor? Anaconda. According to the proverb, it is paved with good intentions. What is the road to hell? Term for an animal with an abnormal lack of pigment in its skin, hair, and eyes. British resort island in the West Atlantic is famed for pink sand beaches. North of Los Angeles, this beach colony is the home of many movie stars. Malibu, yeah. They were all for one and one for all. There's a candy bar that I haven't had in some time. Term for a torpid winter state of reduced metabolic activity. This Latin word for whale is the name of the killer whale. Our third president. He was the first to be elected in the 19th century. And so my parents tell me there is actually genealogy to link me back to him. Notorious brother of famous actor Edwin Booth. Who was John Wilkes Booth, the man who brought down President Lincoln. Russia sold it to the United States in 1867 for $7.2 million. What is Alaska? New Jersey site where, in 1877, Edison invented the phonograph. Oh man, crap. What is Menlo Park? The name wasn't coming to me for a couple seconds there. He had hoped the crumbs he had dropped would lead him and his sister home. Who is Hansel? I'll never forget that Looney Tunes where the name Hansel was such a mind-blowing thing. Snow White and Cinderella both had wicked ones. If you're not going to love the kids, don't marry the parent. Come on. She wore a velvet cloak that her grandmother had given her. Who is Red Riding Hood? The Grimms wrote their fairy tales in this language. What is German? Aha. 2900. These were the brothers' first names. And you know the stupid thing about this? Is the fact that I just heard this on an episode of Masterminds that I watched earlier today. Oh, fuck. What are Wilfred and Ivan? How far off the mark am I? Jacob and Wilhelm. Yeah. God damn it. Can't retain everything, I guess. Be prepared is their motto. Who are the Boy Scouts? Yes, their teeth and ambitions are bared. He's smarter than the average bear. Who's Yogi? He claims, I don't get no respect. Yeah, that's right, Rodney. No respect at all. Whoops. Oh well. Traveled by Dorothy, Toto, and their odd trio of friends. Follow the yellow brick road. Their motto, Semper Fidelis, means always faithful. Semper Fi, carry on. Although that is not my family's branch. My family was Coast Guard. The New York City streets synonymous with high finance. This ancient Roman road led from Rome to Brindisi. In French, the name of this Parisian street means Elysian Fields. The Champs-Élysées. A yearly film festival is held in this French Riviera city. This New Jersey city's boardwalk is now a gambling center. Not so big as it once was, but what is Atlantic City? And I miss the nights and just the pretty lights that were seeable there at the time. Now it's lost a ton of its magic. Its Hotel Rose stretches along Collins Avenue. The double Jeopardy categories are London, Partners, Women in History, Sports, Fictional Captains, and Baby Talk. Baby in quotation marks. The winner of this golf tournament gets a green jacket. The street address of the Prime Minister's residence. I got both America's and England's in one shot here, in one night. Not the clock, but the bell in the tower of the Houses of Parliament. Most people are under the mistaken belief. Dialect known for dropping H's and rhyming slang. Yorkshire. Cockney. Londoners call this the Tube. All British royalty since William I have been crowned there. Slapstick comics Howard, Fine, and Howard. more famously known as Larry, Curly, and Moe. Not necessarily in that order. Late partner of game show mogul Goodson. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production, of which I watched very, very many growing up. At Fort Apache, he was Rusty's canine partner. That was my gut, but oh well. Clint Eastwood's leading lady. Partner who replaced Bean in the name of stock firm Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner, and she founded the Christian Science movement, I believe later known as Scientology, which has its own branch of problems, believe you me. Born in the USSR, she lived in Milwaukee and later became Israel's prime minister. This oversized cartoon goose wears diapers and a bonnet. I can picture. I was able to picture, but I didn't have the name. Her marriage to Ferdinand united the kingdoms of Castile and Aragon. The hatchet-swinging destroyer of many Kansas saloons. Calamity Jane. Carrie Nation. Sister of Caesar, noted for beauty, wickedness, and a free hand with poison. The word for zero in tennis. It's called The House That Ruth Built. After retiring from basketball, Wilt Chamberlain played this sport. His height would sure work for it. He was the first heavyweight to regain the title. He had a pair of steel balls and an obsession with strawberries. You don't say. Fascinating. A piano 5 to 6 feet in length. What is a baby grand? He captained Jules Verne's submarine, Nautilus. Maybe I've got booze too much on the brain. You tell me. Who else? Nemo. He sat at the helm of the Starship Enterprise. And the only true one at this point in time was Captain Kirk. Captain Picard was not until a little bit later in the year that this was released. Errol Flynn played this freebooter with a sanguinary name. Oh. I guess I better get something out of this last category. He had grayed hair, a scarred face, and a leg made of whalebone. This one's easy. Who's Ahab? There may be another Daily Double somewhere in here. The candy bar named after President Cleveland's oldest daughter. Not the baseball player. Be easy to see why somebody would think that, but no, inaccurate. Popular in bouquets, this plant is covered with small white flowers. In this Frank Loesser duet, it's a suitor's reply to, "I really must go." Which apparently, somehow, today, has become some kind of sexual harassment thing. I swear they take this Me Too shit just a little too far. It's not a bad movement in and of itself, but they've bastardized it with being babies. Anyway, enough of that rant. If we're doing this all the way. $32,000 or bust. On the law. A defamation, it's the written counterpart of a slanderous utterance. What is libel? Booyah! Alright. I think I'm going to play one more just to end on an even-numbered game. Because there's an even number of games total, and if I pace myself at 2, we'd be good. So, hang in there. We'll be right back.